Hello YouTubers. First I want to start off by saying I made a set of videos called Death of the Rocket Stove. I got a lot of grief over it. People said, well, we don't think it's death of anything. You see this big hole here where this rocket stove used to be? Well, I killed it, right? Therefore it is dead. Therefore it is death of the rocket stove, wasn't it? I'll be dang all along. I'll be dang. Anyway, carrying on, moving right along. So, well, I got a few things I want to share with you. This is going to be a multi-parter here because I'm going to show you kind of the construction, what we're doing here and how come we're doing it. I'm going to try to keep these under 15. Okay, so we had a 6-inch burn chamber here, fire brick to Ian Sorrento's specifications. We got a good sealed garage here. You can see our cob bench. We've seen it in other videos. It's about 12 foot long. The garage, we didn't have enough fresh air coming into this thing, and it would backdraft. Okay, we built this thing 2 or 3 times, and we have exceeded Ian Sorrento's recommendations on the size. How he says that the taller you make your other stack versus this stack, the more draw you'll get, and all that. And this garage was sealed pretty tight, and we got some backdraft problems, and we reconfigured it several times. I also want to show you something else in the mistakes I've learned here made, and that is don't put metal as your riser stack. Get away from it. Forget it. Leave it alone. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, galvanized won't last. It just won't. You're delusional. If you ever get any good hardwood in there, it's not going to last. I promise you it won't. And you can even go black pipe, stove pipe, and that's not going to last either because I've done it. And you drip feed oil in that, and we got some, good BTUs running through it, and it just burned it completely up. And then I went and got this is a piece of 1/4 inch here, 6-inch pipe. This was our riser. This is probably after about a year of a season, maybe a little more, season and a half burn. I just wanted to show you just how much this is already downgrading. This is not not galvanized, but it's steel. It's a sprinkler pipe, 6-inch sprinkler pipe, schedule 40. You can see just exactly how much. I mean, I would say in places in this, it's almost halfway gone. Now we abuse this thing though. I run old motor oil, cooking oil, plastic. I'm an experimenter and get some good hardwood. We run some heat through this thing, but it's already downgrading. I'm going to link it to it. Can you see how much particulate's in there, Mike?
Nah, it's pretty dark.
Okay, that's all right. We don't have to. But I just want to share that with you, how much that pipe is downgraded, so you can get an idea of what they look like under a short period of time. So with that said, guys, build your risers out of bricks, really. I thought I was really doing a good thing. I went and bought this or salvaged this, and then when I did go buy is we went into an insulation shop. We got calcium silicate to insulate it. We're like, oh, we're going to have one awesome rocket stove because that calcium is just great insulative values, and that's what they use in power plants and stuff. So we thought we were really going to have it there. Well, it was okay, but guys, listen, use brick, right? Because brick, you don't have to worry about going and getting the calcium. It's not going to have this down. You're not going to have this downgrading here. It's not going to be a part of it. So let me tell you what we're doing here and why we're doing it. I did the death of the rocket stove because this rocket stove wasn't practical. This guy works, right? He goes to work every day. And he can't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and burn 30-minute loads for 2 hours to get this thing up to the temperature so it'll maintain his house or maintain this garage all day long. This is not practical. I don't give it a hoot how much efficiency he is getting here. It is not practical for a working man who's leaving 8, 9 hours a day because there's nobody here to feed this damn thing, okay? So, we seen a guy on YouTube. He said he was going to combine a traditional wood stove and a rocket stove. And You guys probably know who I'm talking about. And he turned the barrel upside down on the wood stove and got some cob around it. And he said, well, it works okay. It's not as great as one as the other because it's a little different. It doesn't, he said his box, the wood stove, was giving off the heat instead of maintaining it, right? So what we're doing here is this is a piece of 12-inch sonotube that you see that's been laid in here, okay? Now, that sonotube is 12 inches. It's laid in there. It's up off the ground, a brick height. I built this little air trap in here because we got a skillet lid that we're going to put here. It's glass, so you're going to be able to see the fire. The air will be able to draw up and down the bottom. Now, we also just got some rocks out of the yard. You can see we throw these rocks in here, and we built this fire chamber out here. Now, that is indeed a 12-inch. That's a 12-inch chamber, and it is out to right here. It's 28 inches. So 28 inches deep. That's a big burn chamber. He's going to be able to throw probably a 5, maybe even a 6-inch log in here. Maybe 2 of them. Probably, I told him, I bet we can burn 2 chunks the size of this coffee can in there. Short chunks, short fat chunks like that. I'm basing that off of what I'm being able to do on the little blue decorative rocket stove in the house. So we've got, it's setting on some brick back here. We set the sonotube up on some brick, and we just threw stone in with the cob as we worked up through here. Now let me tell you what we're going to do today. This is going to be a multi-parter. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. So today I'm going to just get the back of the stove cob, and I'm going to take these brick here, and I'm going to go across here and cob those in, and cob this in here. And let me have the camera mic so I can show them. So I'm going to fill that in, and there's going to be my hole coming up out of there. Get you another shot in here because I got a couple things I want to show you. So there's the inside of the 12-inch pipe. Now, notice as you go in there, see that 2-inch piece of pipe sticking there on the inside wall there? Right? See that? That's fresh air coming in. Right? And that's a little over 2/3 of the way back in there. Right? Where do you think that fresh air is coming from? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through. Let me back up, get you a little shot. Better shot this. And there's some of the rocks. Right? That burn chamber is going to, and that cardboard tube is going to come out of there. In fact, I'm going to hand this back to Mike, and I'm going to tear that cardboard tube out of there. So that cardboard, that cob's had a chance to set up, and we can wait and burn that cardboard tube out of there, but it's that cob's set up there enough. It's definitely holding its own weight, and in addition to that, the wetness of the cob that the cardboard soaks up, it softens the cardboard so it can come out of there. And now that the cardboard's out of there, any voids that I might have in there, I'm going to be able to go back in there and cob those voids up and get the inside of this stove sculpted and fixed like I want. And whatever I don't get out of there right now, I'll be able to burn out of there at a later time and scrub out of there. So let me get another shot what she's looking like in there. So you see I got some voids in there, some cracks, but I'm going to smooth all that up. I've got that cardboard out of there now, and I'm going to be able to smooth all that up. So today what we're going to do is we're going to get this to where we're ready to put the barrel on. And when we get ready to put the barrel on, it's going to look a little better. We're going to continue to clean the mud off the rocks as we go up with it. So this is going to be a 12-inch diameter rocket stove with a 28-inch long burn tube. It's going to go up a 10-inch brick stack into a 55-gallon drum. The air intake, the cob bench, right there with all the stuff on it because we're in the middle of construction. The cob bench is the 6-inch line that runs through the cob bench. We're sucking outside air. We put a dryer vent on the outside of it, and we're sucking outside air in through the center of the cob bench, and it's also hoping it'll warm up too there, so it'll warm up through there too. But we're going to go out through the roof with this too, and we're gonna use water as our thermal mass. So anyway, this is the next project. I wanted to share the start with it, kind of show some of the process along the way. It'll be a multi-parter. Thanks for watching.